Jai Hind all of you. We are continuing the exercise 2.4 problems today. Dear children, so we need to complete the exercise 2.4, some more problems. So this is the continuation of exercise 2.4. Let us see a question. Hassan buys two kinds of cloth materials for school uniforms. Shirt material that costs him rupees 50 per meter and trouser material that costs him rupees 90 per meter. For every 3 meters of the shirt material, he buys 2 meters of the trouser material. He sells the materials at 12% and 10% profit respectively. His total sale is rupees 36,600. How much trouser material did he buy? Okay, now we can see the meaning of the question. Hassan, he is maybe a tailor, okay, and he buys cloth materials for school uniforms, okay. And what are those materials? Shirt material and trouser material, okay, shirt and trouser material. Now the cost is given for shirt is 50 rupees per meter. 1 meter of shirt costs rupees 50 and the cost of trouser material per meter is rupees 90. So these are the different cost of shirt and trouser, okay. The first one is the shirt and the second price is of trouser. Now for every 3 meters of the shirt material, he buys 2 meters of the trouser material. What does it mean? For every shirt material requires more length. So shirt material, if he is choosing 3 meters, then he will buy 2 meters for trouser. Okay. So this is the ratio of the two materials he is selecting. Understand? So see children, this is the shirt material and trouser material. Shirt material is rupees 50 per meter, trouser material is rupees 90 per meter, and they are in the ratio 3:2 and 10% profit for shirt, 12% profit for trouser material. Ratio, this is actually the ratio. For every 3 meter of shirt, he is taking 2 meter of trouser. So that is the relation between the two materials. If 3 meters of shirt is there, then 2 meters of trouser he want to take. Now he sells the materials at 12% and 10% profit respectively. See children, in this sentence 12% of profit is for shirt, okay. I told you the first mentioned item is shirt and the second one is trouser material. So when he sell this material after stitching the uniform, when he is selling, 12% profit he is getting for shirt material and 10% profit he is getting for trouser material, okay. Now total sale after selling all the meters of cloth materials, what he is having a total sale for rupees 36,600. This is the total selling price, okay. Total sale means selling price. So we need to find out how much trouser material did he buy. So we want to find out what is the trouser material, total length of trouser material, how much he buy is our question, okay. So all of you got a clear idea about the question. Now we are going to the solution of this question. So we are starting from cost price of shirt, okay. So cost price of how many meters is given? 1 meter. So cost price of shirt material for 1 meter, okay. For 1 meter is given rupees 50. Understood? Similarly, cost price of trouser material for 1 meters equal to rupees 90. So this is given in our question. 1 meter shirt material is rupees 50 and 1 meter trouser material is rupees 90. Now what is given? So this is the relation. For every 3 meters we need to take 2 meters of trouser material. Okay, now see here, he sells the materials at 12% and 10% profit. So 12% profit he is getting for shirt and 10% profit he is getting for trouser. Now let us calculate. For 1 meter we wrote the cost prices, no. So for 1 meter how many profit he is getting? We can calculate. Okay, so we can continue like this. 12% of rupees 50. What is this? 12% of rupees 50 means rupees 50 is the cost price of 1 meter of shirt material. So how many is the profit in that 1 meter? So that we want to calculate as 12% of this 1 meter of shirt equal to, and in lower classes you studied what is of multiplication. So 12% how we want to calculate? 12% means 12 by 100, that is out of 100 12 rupees. That is the meaning of 12%. So 12% of means multiplication of rupees 50. So we are going to calculate what is the 12% profit of 1 meter of shirt. Now you see, whenever you see a fraction multiplication, we can reduce the terms so that you see here we can cancel this 0 and 0. Okay, now 1 5 is 5, 2 5s are 10. Now this 2 and 12 we can calculate, cancel. 1 2 is 2, 6 2s are 12. Understand? So what is the balance term in the numerator? 6. So this is equal to rupees 6. So what did you understand from this sentence, children? For 1 meter of shirt he is selling for rupee, that is cost price. Cost price of 1 meter of shirt is rupees 50, and because he is selling 12% of profit for shirt material, we calculated 12% of that cost price, and it is how many rupees? 6 rupees. That means selling price of 1 meter shirt equal to, so if he is getting 6 rupees profit, so what is the selling price? You studied in 7th standard also, you learned whenever we calculate selling price, we want to add profit to the cost price, CP plus profit. So what is cost price actually for shirt material? 50 rupees, and how many is getting 6 rupees profit? Therefore rupees 56 is the selling price for 1 meter of shirt. Understand? So 12% of rupees 50 we calculated, it came rupees 6, and this 6 rupees we added with the cost price of 1 meter of shirt, so that the selling price of 1 meter of shirt is rupees 56. Understood? Now we need to calculate the selling price of 1 meter of trouser using the same method. Shall we write? Okay. So how many profit is for trouser material? 10% profit. And how many is the cost price of trouser? 90 rupees. So similar way we are going to find out the percentage of how many rupees is for rupees 90. Okay. So 10% of this cost price of trouser equal to 10%, we can write as 10 by 100 of rupees 90 means into 90. Now here also we can cancel 0, 0 cancelled. Here 1 0, 0 cancelled. So what is the balance term? This is equal to rupees 9. Okay. So we got for rupees 90 for 1 meter of trouser material, the profit he is getting is rupees 9. So therefore what is the selling price of 1 meter trouser material? Yes, we need to add CP plus profit. Okay, so what is the CP of trouser material? 90. So 90 plus what is the profit here? 9. So that is equal to rupees 99. So he is getting 9 rupees more for trouser material and 6 rupees more for shirt material. Understood? So thus we calculated selling price of 1 meter shirt and selling price of 1 meter trouser. Up to this understood? Okay. So now we are using the relation what is given in the question. For 3 meters of shirt, 2 meters of trouser material is taken. Okay. So how can we write? Yes. So first we can write given for 2 meters of 2 meters what? 2 meters of trouser. Yes. 2 meters of trouser. He is using 3 meters of shirt material. Okay. So the ratio is 2:3. Correct? So for 2 meters of trouser, this 2 is for trouser, he is taking 3 meters of shirt. So 2:3 is the ratio for all the uniform what he is stitching. Now in earlier classes you studied, whenever a ratio is coming, you should understand that the first number is a multiple of 2 and the second number is a multiple of 3. Understand? So it has a common number there. It is the standard form. 2:3 means actually it is 2/3. Okay. So this is the standard form of the original fraction. So we need to find out what is the numerator and what is the denominator. Okay. So from this relation I am writing the next step, that is, so we need to find out what is the question. We need to find out how much trouser material did he buy. So we need to find out the ratio for trouser material. How many length of trouser material did he buy? Okay. So from this ratio I am writing like this. This is 2, no? 2 for trouser material. 2 is the part of trouser material. So I am writing, let 2x meters be the length of trouser material and what is the part of shirt material? 3 parts. So 3x meters be the length of shirt material. Okay, all of you understood this much? So the ratio is given to be 2:3, so that we took the trouser material total length as 2x meters and shirt material total length as 3x meters. Understood? So up to this what all we studied? 1 meter of shirt how many? 1 meter of trouser how many? Then what is the profit percentage for shirt and trouser we find out. Then we from the ratio we calculated what is the total length of trouser material and what is the total length of shirt material. Okay. Now what else is given in the question? This total selling price is given. Okay. So total selling price for, next we are going to do what is the total selling price of this 2x meters of shirt material and 3x meters of 2x meters of trouser material and 3x meters of shirt material. Okay. So let us calculate selling price of shirt material, that is total, okay, equal to what is the selling price of shirt material? Total how many we have taken? 3x. So 3x into what is the selling price of shirt for 1 meter? Yes, 56 rupees, correct? So 3x into 56 rupees is the selling price of shirt material. Similarly, what is the selling price of trouser material? Yes, total trouser material we have taken as 2x. So 2x into what is the selling price of 1 meter trouser we have calculated? 99. Okay. So selling price of shirt material is 3x into 56 and selling price of trouser material equal to 2x into 99. Now the total selling price. Okay. So therefore total selling price means what we want to do? You want to add this to shirt material selling price and trouser material selling price we need to add. Okay. So therefore 3x into 56 plus 2x into 99, that is total selling price of shirt material and total selling price of trouser material is equal to, when you calculate the addition of this total selling price, what is given? That 36,600. Understood all of you? So this we thus reached to an equation, that is total selling price is given to be 36,600. Okay, now we need to simplify the equation. What is 3x into 56? Multiply 3 by 56. All of you multiply in the working column. You will get 168. Okay, x is there, plus what is 99 into 2? It is 198. X equal to 36,600. Now you see these both are x terms, so we can add 168 plus 198. All of you calculate, you will get 366. X equal to 36,600. So this implies, now you see we need to find out x and 366 into x. So whenever you transpose this 366, when you transpose to right hand side, it becomes division. Therefore x is equal to 336,600 divided by 366. And you see, you can simplify this ratio very easily. 1 times 366 and here also 1 times 366 and 2 more zeros. So that is equal to 100. So what is the meaning of that? The value of x is equal to 100. Okay, so x we got as 100. Now actually what we want to find out? How much trouser material did he buy? We only want the length of the trouser material. Okay. Now you see what is the total length of the trouser material we have taken? Yes, that is 2x. 2x is the total length of the trouser material we have taken. So what is, when x is 100, what is 2x? Very good. It is 2 into 100, that is 200. So finally you want to write, therefore length of, that is only question, how much trouser material did he buy? So therefore trouser material he bought equal to, yes, 2x, no? So 2x, that is 2 into 100. Okay, so what is 2 into 100? 200 meter. Okay, understood? So total 200 meter of trouser material he bought. Understood, children? So this is a lengthier problem and but easy to understand. You just revise 1 or 2 times, you will understand properly. So I am just telling it once more. First we want to write the cost price of shirt material and cost price of trouser material for 1 meters. Now we are calculating the 12% profit for this shirt material, rupees 50. How much for 1 meter? You got 6 rupees, correct? So when 6 rupees is the profit for 1 meter, what is the selling price? CP plus profit. Thus you got selling price of 1 meter shirt is rupees 56. Similarly, you got selling price of 1 meter trouser, 90 plus 9, that is 99. Then we came to the ratio of the two materials. When 3 meters of shirt is taken, 2 meters of trouser is used. Okay, using that ratio, this is the ratio, and using this ratio, we took total 2x meters of the trouser material and 3x meters of shirt material. Then again we calculated the total selling price of shirt and trouser by multiplying the selling price for 1 meter. Okay, so that is this 56 and 99. Now total selling price was given in the problem, so that we added these two quantities equal to total 36,600. Now just it is the simplification, and finally we got the value of x is 100, and thus the trouser material he bought is 2 into x, that is 2 into 100, 200 meters. Okay, so all of you read 2-3 times this question and practice the answer well. Okay, now comes our next problem. Yes, shall we read the question? Okay. Half of a herd of deer are grazing in the field, and 3/4 of the remaining are playing nearby. The rest 9 are drinking water from the pond. Find the number of deer in the herd. Do you know what you mean by herd? Yes, a group of deer. A group of deer is called herd. So here a group of deer is there, a herd of deer is there, and half of a herd of deer. So actually we don't know how many deer are there. Okay, how many deer are there we don't know, but the starting of the problem is half of them. Okay, suppose if there are 100 deer, what is the half of 100? Yes, 50. Okay, so likewise, how many is the total number of deer? It is not given. So the problem is starting by half of the deer are grazing in the field. Understood? And 3/4 of the remaining. So when half are grazing in the field, what about the remaining quantity? Yes, that is the remaining half. Okay, so first half is grazing in the field, and the next half 3/4 of the remaining. So the halves, the remaining halves, 3/4. What do you mean by 3/4? 3/4. 3/4 of the remaining half, what are they doing? They are playing nearby. Understand? So 3/4 of the remaining are playing, and the rest 9. So after 3/4 of the remaining deer are playing, then how many is left? 9 deer are left more, and these 9 deer are drinking water from the pond. Okay, so here 3 category are mentioned here. First half is grazing in the field, then second 3/4 of the remaining half is playing, and the third is the rest 9 deer are drinking water from the pond. Yes, now what we want to find out? Find the number of deer in the pond, in the herd. So we want to calculate what is the total number of deer present here. Okay, so let we move on to the solution. So we need to find out the number of deer in the herd. So I am taking, let the total number of deer in the herd be x. So total number of deer I am taking as x. So this x only we want to find out. Okay, now we can start from the problem. Half of the deer are grazing. So given half of them are grazing in the field. This implies what is half of them? The total deer I have taken as x. So half of them means half into x. Correct? So half of means multiplication. So half of the total. So what is the meaning of this? 1 into x. X by 2. Understand? So this is meant by half of them. So this x by 2 number of deer are grazing. Understand? So one section is over. Now you come to the next part. What is the next part? 3/4 of the remaining are playing. So when 1/2 are grazing, what about the remaining half? Yes. So the remaining half means if x by 2 is 1/2, what is the remaining? Yes, it is also x by 2. Okay. So x is equal to x by 2 is 1/2 and the other half is also x by 2. Understood? So x by 2 plus x by 2 is what? It is x plus x, 2x by 2, like fractions. And when you cancel this 2 and 2, what is? It is equal to again x. Understood? So half is x by 2 means the remaining half is also x by 2. Okay, half of x is x by 2. So the remaining half is also x by 2. Okay, so all of you understand this idea. Okay, yes. So now we are going to the next remaining half, and what is given? 3/4 of the remaining are playing. So you want to write, therefore the remaining half equal to x by 2. Understand? So 1/2 are grazing. The remaining half is this remaining x by 2 and 3/4 of the remaining, what are they doing? Are playing. Correct? They are playing. This implies what is 3/4? 3/4 means 3 by 4 of this remaining half. Okay, so remaining halves 3/4 equal to, of means multiplication. So 3 by 4 into x by 2. What is 3 by 4 into x by 2, children? Multiply the numerators. 3 into x, 3x by 4 into 2, 8. Understood? So the remaining parts 3 by 4, 3/4 of the remaining are playing. So 3x by 8 are playing. Understand? So first half x by 2 are grazing and second halves 3/4 of them are playing. Understand? Now what is remaining? So one part is grazing, one part are playing, and what is the rest of the deers doing? Yes, they are drinking water. So the rest 9 deers are drinking water. Understand? Okay. Now so we want to, so all the three category we mentioned here, x by 2 are grazing, 3x by 8 are playing and 9 are drinking water. Now we want to calculate the total number of deer. Therefore total number of deer is equal to, yes. So how we can find out the total? Yes, first half, that is x by 2 are grazing, plus next part 3x by 8 are playing, and the third part 9. Understand? So this 3 are the total number of deer. Okay, so what is this total means? Yes, that is x. So we have taken already x is the total number of deer. So that total is equal to the sum of these 3. Now what we want to do, children? Can you see an equation here? Yes, we studied in earlier classes. So just to simplify, transpose, make the variables one side, make all the numbers to the other side and find the value of x. Okay, so shall we do? So this is equal to x equal to, so these are fractions. 9 has no denominators, though that means there is 1. Now calculate the LCM for 2, 8 and 1. It is 8. So 2 4s are 8. First fraction multiply by 4. So you will get 4x plus, next here no change. So 3x plus here 1. 1 into 8, 8. So multiply that 8 by 9. 9 8s are 72. Okay. So you are getting, add this 4x plus 3x, 7x. 7x plus 72 by 8. Understand? So now you see, you know that we want to take all the variables on one side and numbers to the other side. Now you see here this 8 is by 8 division. So if I take this 8 to the other side of the equation, it becomes multiplication. When it is transposed, when this 8 is transposed to this side, this division changes into multiplication. So what is the next step? Yes, x into this 8 come here and becomes multiplication equal to, what is remaining in the numerator? 7x plus 72. Okay, now multiply this. What is x into 8? 80x equal to 7x plus 72. Now you want to take all the x on one side, I told you. So bring this 7x to this side. And what is the sign of 7x? Yes, it is addition. So when you transpose here, it becomes subtraction. So 8x minus 7x equal to 72. What is 8x minus 7x? 8 minus 7 is 1. So x equal to 1x is equal to 72. Understand? And thus we got the value of x to be 72. And what is this x, children? What we have taken x? Yes, the total number of deer. So finally you want to write, therefore the number of deer in the herd equal to 72. So this is our required answer. How many deer are there in the herd? There are 72 deer in the herd. Okay, children. Now the next type of problem. Listen the question. One of the two digits of a two-digit number is 3 times the other digit. If you interchange the digits of this two-digit number and add the resulting number to the original number, you get 88. What is the original number? Okay, so here it is told about one two-digit number. All of you know two-digit number? Yes, the number will have 2 digits. And when you are telling about two-digit number, when you are considering two-digit number, you know the two-digit number, the first digit is told as ones place or units place, and the second digit this side is told as tens place. Correct? So here we don't know what are the two numbers. Okay, here one of the two digits. So here it is told about the digits that one of the two digits is 3 times the other digit. So we don't know actually what are those two digits, but here we are taking the unknown one digit. If we are taking x, okay, so if we are taking one digit as x, what will be the other digit? What is given? One of the two digits is 3 times the other digit. 3 times means you multiply by 3. So if we are taking one digit as x, the other digit will be 3 into x, that is 3x. Understood? So that is the meaning of first question. If we are taking a digit, the 3 times will be the other digit. Now what is given? If you interchange the digits of the 2-digit number. So interchanging means we are changing the position. So if we are interchanging the digit as, that is 3x will interchanging means 3x will come in x position and x will come in 3x position. Okay, so that is meant by interchanging. So if you interchange the digits, if these digits are interchanged, what happens? And add the resulting number to the original number. Okay, so resulting number means after we interchange these digits, you will get a new number, no? So that new number is the resulting number. And the original number means the first number. So when you add this new number and original number, you get the sum 88. Okay, what is the original number? Just I am telling you one example. I am taking one number. Okay, I am taking a 2-digit number 13. Yes, so 3 is in the ones place, 1 is in the tens place. Okay, so when I interchange this digits, what happens? 3 will come to 1's place and 1 will come to 3's place. So it will be changed to what? Yes, it becomes 31. So this is the original number and this is the resulting number. Resulting number means after interchanging, what is the new number formed is called the resulting number. Understood this? So 13 was the number and when the digits are interchanged, it became 31. Now according to our question, you see, after interchanging, we add the original number and resulting number. So if we add this original number and resulting number, what we get? 3 plus 1, 4. 1 plus 3, 4. So how we can conclude this question? Yes, 13 was the original number and when the digits are interchanged, it became 31. And when we added the original number and resulting number, we got 44. Okay, so this I just told for understanding this question. Okay, no need of writing this in your answer. This I just told for example. So likewise only your question is telling there was a 2-digit number and one number is 3 times of the other number, and when you interchange those digits, we will get a new number, that is the resulting number, and add the resulting number to the original number. We want to add the resulting new number and original number so that your addition is 88. Okay, so we want to calculate what is the original number. Okay children, so that is the meaning of the question. Now we are doing the solution. Okay, so we can start the solution. Let the digit in units place equal to x. Okay, so I selected one the number in the digit in the units place as x. Therefore the digit in tens place equal to 3 into x. Understood this all of you? So one digit I am taking as x, so the other digit will become 3 times of that x. Understand? Now what is the next? If x and 3x are the numbers, that is x and 3x are the digits given, so how can we tell what is the value of the number? How can we tell? If you see, if 24 is a number, how can we tell this value? 2 is in tens place and 4 is in 1 place. So when we expand this number, we can write as 2 into 10 plus 4 into 1. Correct? So this is the expansion of this 24. So that this way only we are finding the value of a given 2-digit number, expanding. Likewise, here what I am doing, ones place I have taken as x, tens place it was 3x. So this is the original number, no? So the original number, how we are determining the value? Original number is equal to this tens place. So 3x into 10 plus the ones place x into 1. So what is the meaning of this? Actually we have taken the digit as ones place digit is x and tens place digit is 3x. Now we want the original number, no? So original number is equal to, we are just finding the value, that is 3x into 10, that is tens place, plus x into 1, that is ones place. Okay, so what is the answer of this? What is 3x into 10? Yes, 30x plus x. What is 30x plus x? X means 1x. So it is equal to 31x. Understand? So the original number is 31x. Now what is given in the question? On interchanging. When you interchange the digits of this 2-digit number and add the resulting number to the original number. So when you interchange this, what happens? Yes, when you interchange the numbers, x will come to tens place and 3x will go to ones place. So this is the thing after interchanging. Okay, the x came to tens place, 3x came to ones place. Understand? So this is the thing after interchanging. So you want to write on interchanging the digits. On interchanging the digits, the resulting number equal to, what happens to the resulting number? Now you see x came in tens place, 3x went to ones place. So how can we expand? Yes, x into 10, x came in tens place plus 3x came in ones place. So 3x into 1. Understand? What is x into 10? Yes, 10x plus 3x into 1 is 3x. Now add this, 10x plus 3x is 13x. All of you understood? So the original number was 31x and after interchanging the digits and the resulting number came 13x. Understood? Now you see, when the original number and the resulting number are added, you get 88 as the sum. Okay, so therefore by the given data that is given in the question, what is the original number? Yes, 31x. 31x plus what is the resulting number after interchanging? 13x equal to, what is the sum given? 88. Understood? So 31x plus 13x equal to 88. Okay children? Yes. So this implies, now add this x terms. What is 31 plus 13? Yes, 44. So 44x equal to 88. Now how to find the value of x? Yes, 44 into x. So we want to transpose 44 to RHS. It becomes division. So x is equal to 88 divided by 44. Okay, now you can cancel this 44. If you are cancelling by 2 table, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 2s are 8. Again 1 2 is 2, 1 2 is 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4. Again you can cut by 11, 1 11 is 11, 2 11s are 22. Okay, so what is the answer? What is the value of x? 2. This implies the value of x is equal to 2. Our problem is not over. What you want to find out? What is the original number? So original number what we have taken? What we got here? Yes, 31x. Correct? So original number. So here what is the original number? Therefore the original number is how much? 31x. Correct? So 31x. Put the value of x here. What is x value? 2. So 31 into 2. What is 31 into 2? Yes, 62. Okay, so this is our required answer. The original number is 62. Okay, so you see here children, if you are verifying this answer, here checking, okay, checking. 62 we got the original number. What happens when we interchange these numbers? Yes, it becomes 2 will come here, 6 will go there. So it becomes 26 when we interchange the digits. And here as per our question it is given after interchanging, when you add you will get 88 as the answer. So you do this. Yes, 62 plus 26. What is the answer? 8. Okay, so the sum came 88. So our answer is correct. Now students, how to reduce equations to simpler form. Okay, so that we are going to study then. To reduce the equations, collect all the denominators of the equation and find out the LCM of those numbers. Then multiply the LCM to both LHS and RHS of the equation. So this is the method what we are going to study in the few problems. So all of you listen very carefully. Children, so this is the new method of how to making the given equation into simpler form of linear equation. Okay, so this is the new version we are going to study now. It's very simple. What we said about, we need to see the fractional part. See, here all are fraction given, and before starting to simplify, we want to collect all the denominators and find out the LCM first. Okay, so after finding the LCM, with that LCM we need to multiply the terms in both LHS and RHS. Understood? So that is the new method we are going to study. Usually we can solve equations by any method we applied earlier also, but this is also an easier method that you should know, so that you are studying now. Okay, so we can start the problem. After learning this method you will feel very easy. Okay, so solution. First, what I said you want to understand the LCM of this denominators. So you see here in this equation we can see this is the first term, this is the second term, 2t plus 3 by 3 second term, and RHS is having two terms, 2 by 3 and minus t. Okay, so what we are doing first we are going to determine the LCM of the denominators. What is the LCM of 4, 3 and 3? Very good, it is 12. So LCM of this three numbers is 12. Okay, if you don't know to say directly, you just find out by prime factorization method and find the LCM. Understand? So here LCM is 12. Now after finding the LCM, what you want to do? You want to multiply this LCM, common multiple, by both LHS and RHS. So how you want to write the steps? First you want to write, okay, we can write the equation once again. Given the equation is, yes, what is our equation? 3t minus 2 by 4 minus 2t plus 3 by 3 equal to 2 by 3 minus t. Okay, now I am going to use the LCM. So how we are using? Multiply both LHS and RHS by 12. Okay, so when I am going to multiply this, how we are writing, all of you see. First, each term we want to multiply by 12. That is the meaning, each term. So first I am multiplying this first term by 12. So it becomes 12 into 3t minus 2 by 4. First term it's over. Then minus again 12 into 2t plus 3 by 3 equal to, then right hand side, 12 into 2 by 3 minus 12 into t. So what I did here, all the terms I multiplied by this LCM. Okay. Now what you can see, see whenever you have two terms in the numerator, the meaning is this 12 what we multiplied is common to both the terms. So whenever you multiply, when there are two terms in the denominator, you just put a bracket. Okay, because the meaning is this outside number is common for both the terms. So you should use a bracket. Now before going to the next step, you see here product sign is there, so that if we can reduce the terms from numerator and denominator, we can do in this step itself. Okay, so that will be easier for simplification. So all of you check here, 12 into 2 by 3. Can we reduce this 12 and 3? Yes. So 1 3 is 3, 4 3s are 12. Similarly, you see in this term, this 3 and 12 can be cancelled. 1 3 is 3, 4 3s are 12. Similarly, here also 1 4 is 4, 3 4s are 12. Okay, so this is the advantage of this simplification. Okay, after multiplying all the terms with the LCM, we can cancel like this, so that the equation becomes more simple. So what is the next step? Write the remaining terms. Okay, what is left here? 3 into bracket 3t minus 2 minus 4 into 2t plus 3 equal to, here 4 into 2 is there. Okay, so 8 minus 12 into t is 12t. Now you know this is our usual method. Okay, this type of linear equations we studied already. What we want to do here? Open the bracket, make the variables on one side and numbers on the other side, solve the equation. So shall I write? Okay, so this implies, yes, open the bracket, 3 into 3t, 9t minus 3 into 2, 6. Then minus 4 into 2, 8t. Minus 4 into plus 3 minus 12 equal to 8 minus 12t. This implies, now collect the t terms and the numbers on the right side. So here 9t is there, then minus 8t is there. This minus 12t you transpose to LHS, it becomes plus 12t equal to, then right side already 8 is there. Now bring this minus 6 here, it becomes plus 6. And bring this minus 12 here, it becomes plus 12. Now this implies, yes, now solve the numbers. What is 9 minus 8? 9 minus 8 is 1. Then 1 plus 12. What is that? Yes, one more step I can write. 1t plus 12t equal to, what is 8 plus 6? 14 plus 12. So next step it becomes 1 plus 12, that is 13t equal to 14 plus 12 is 26. Understand? So this implies, now how to find out t here? 13 into t. So when it is transposed to right side, it becomes division. Okay, so t equal to 26 divided by 13. Now can you reduce this? Yes, by 13 table. 1 13 is 13. 2 times it is 26. So you get 2 by 1, that is, what is that? 2. Okay, therefore the solution of this equation, okay, the solution of this equation, this is a linear equation in variable t. So finally we got the solution is t is equal to 2. Understood? Okay, now children, see this question here. This is another type of problem in your exercise. So here what is given? 0.25 into 4f minus 3 equal to 0.05 into 10f minus 9. Okay, so this is also the same method as we did previous problem, but here you can see decimal number. So what I am doing to make this more easy, this decimal number I am going to convert into fraction. You know, decimal after two numbers are there, that is, this is 2 decimals. What you want to do? How will you change this into fraction? 0.25 is equal to 25 by 100, correct? 25 by 100. When you divide by 100, the decimal will come before, that is 2 places we want to keep left side. So it becomes 0.25. Understand? So 0.25 we can write as 25 by 100. Yes. So first of all you can write the given equation once. Given the equation. What is the given equation now? 0.25 into 4f minus 3 equal to 0.05 into 10f minus 9. Okay, so what I am doing, this implies I am going to change this into fraction, so that 25 by 100, understand, into 4f minus 3 equal to 0.05. How we can write in fraction? Yes, 5 by 100. Yes, because it is one digit number. When you divide by 100, one more 0 will come in before 5. Okay, that you all learned in smaller classes. So that I am telling now 10f minus 9. Okay, now you see it became fraction. Now as we did in the previous problem, we can reduce the terms and multiply and open the bracket. Okay, so how we can reduce? 25 by 100. How we can reduce? 1 times 25, or you can reduce by 5 table also. Anyways you can do. I am doing here 1 times 25 and 4 times 100. 4 into 25 is 100. And here also 5 table. 1 5 is 5. 2 5s are 10, 0. Okay. So the reducing is over. So what are the remaining terms here? Here we have 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into 4f minus 3 equal to 1 by 20 into 10f minus 9. Now what you want to do, children? I told in the previous problem, whenever this type of fraction is coming, you can find out the denominator, LCM, and multiply. What is the LCM for 4 and 20? 4 and 20, the LCM is 20. Understand? So multiply. Yes, what do you want to do? Multiply both sides by 20. So what we get? 20 into, here left hand side one term, right hand side one term. Okay. 20 into 1 by 4 into 4f minus 3 equal to again 20 into 1 by 20 into 10f minus 9. This term. Now it became very easy. We can simplify. So that 1 4 is 4. Here 5 4s are 20. Here 120 is 20. 120 is 20. Okay. Now what are the remaining terms? 5 into 4f minus 3 equal to, here 1 into 1 is 1. So 10f minus 9. Now open the bracket. This implies 5 into 4, 20f minus 5 3s are 15 equal to 1 into, the number is same number, 10f minus 9. Now bring all the variable one side, 20f, 10f comes here. So minus 10f equal to, here minus 9 is present. Okay. So minus 9 So minus 9, and this minus 15 will come here, it becomes plus 15. Understand? Now what is 20f minus 10f? 20 minus 10 is 10. So 10f equal to, what is minus 9 plus 15? Yes, it is 15 is greater number, so subtract and put bigger number sign. So the answer is 6. Understand? Plus 6. Now we want the value of f. So f equal to, 10 into f. When it is transposed, it becomes division. So 6 by 10. What is 6 by 10, children? Yes, 6 by 10 is, when you divide by 10, you want to put the decimal before one number. So it become 0.6, or you can write 0.6. So that is the answer for this problem. Okay children, now one more problem. This is also from your exercise. M minus 1 by 2 equal to 1 minus m minus 2 by 3. Okay, so here left hand side is having 2 terms, right hand side is also having 2 terms. So once I wrote the equation once again. Now what we want to do in this method? Yes, you want to find the LCM of the denominators. What is the LCM of 2 and 3? Yes, it is 6. So what is our first step? Multiply both sides by 6. Understand? So first multiply this left. When you are multiplying, each term you want to multiply. Okay. So first here by 6 I am multiplying this m. 6 into m. Then minus again 6 into, here you see m minus 1. 2 terms are present in the numerator. So use a bracket. Then by 2 equal to again 6 into 1. Then minus again 6 into, then here also 2 terms. So use a bracket, m minus 2 by 3. Now what is our next step? You want to cancel. So here you see 1 2 is 2, 3 2s are 6, we can cancel. Here also 1 3 is 3, 2 3s are 6, we can cancel. Now write the remaining terms. This implies 6m minus 3 into m minus 1 equal to 6 minus 2 into m minus 2. Now our usual simplification, expand the bracket, minus 3 into m, 3m, then minus 3 into minus 1, it is plus 3 equal to 6 minus 2m, minus into minus 2 plus 4. Now bring all the m's on one side, 6m minus 3m, this minus 2m comes here, it becomes plus 2m equal to, here 6 plus 4 is already there, and bring this plus 3 here, it becomes minus 3. So that implies, what is 6 minus 3? 3. And what is 3 plus 2? 5. Okay. So 5m equal to, here 6 plus 4, 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. Understand? 10 minus 3 is 7. So therefore we got 5m, right hand side 7. So from this, what is the value of m, children? Yes, this 5 is 5 into m. Okay. So when we transpose this, it becomes division. So therefore m equal to 7 divided by 5. Now you see 7 by 5 we cannot reduce. So this is our answer. Okay. So all of you want to practice this method also, word problems also, and complete the homework and send to your teachers. And any doubt you can clarify with your teachers in the Zoom meeting. Okay children, so prepare well, and after doing the homework in this video, you want to see the second video and do the homework there also. Okay children, this is your homework children. All of you complete it and prepare well. Thank you children.